Hello everyone, welcome to AdiTrade. Hope today was a good trading session. Now we're going to see the trade analysis for tomorrow, that is September 3rd, Friday. Today was a no-brainer. If we were using the CPR logic, it was a pretty easy trade. That is, the previous day low didn't break, okay? And we took support here and started moving up. Even the pivots were the first target, CPR pivots, but we did hit R3, but it was towards the end of the day. So good profit booking was probably at about this level. After this, it was pretty much sideways. Even buying options wouldn't have got us much profits in this area. So let's see how what are the trade possibilities for tomorrow. And my personal view on Banknifty is bullish. So I'll be explaining that why as well. So on the 15 minutes chart of Banknifty, I've opened the CPR and let's just see the trade possibilities for tomorrow. Tomorrow is again pretty much kind of a bullish scenario in terms of CPR. It's an ascending CPR. And I also have this black trend line. I also have this black trend line which I have drawn. We have followed this. We have taken support at this thrice. 1, 2, 3. That's almost today. So tomorrow, based on gap up or gap down, if we get anywhere close to this trend line and a good rejection like how we got today, right? This price action, something like this comes along this trend line, probably we can go long with R1 and this R1 as the target, first target. That is, we have a good resistance at R1, that is at about exact 36,999. We can keep it as 37,000. And we have a good support at this level also, that is about 36,714. If we get a dip in the morning or somewhere in the day towards this level, the CPR pivots and this green line that I've drawn where we have taken support even today, it's definitely a good buy. With targets on the up, the first target would be today's high, that is 36,896, about 36,900, then 37,000. So these are the possible entries for the long trade. Now why I still bullish right now on Banknifty is, I'll just go to a daily chart and show the price action. See, this was a very bearish candle. Until yesterday, I was bearish. I had a view that we could slip after this kind of a doji right at the top, right? After such a big move, we are getting this type of price action on daily. So I expected we could be moving on the downside. But see the kind of follow-up that we got. We didn't break yesterday's low. I'll just mark on the daily chart. We didn't break this yesterday's low and we started moving up. So just in case tomorrow we break this high either with a gap up or intraday, we might see a quick up move until 37,270. Okay, the next target is coming at 37,256. So if we get a good entry somewhere at the bottom, right, like I explained, somewhere at this pivot or this trend line or this green line, it's a very good thing. But in case we don't get this entry, then we should not be jumping into a trade. I won't be jumping into a trade. I'll try to catch the bottom for the day, because why, if this high is taken out, that is 37,000, there'll be a quick up move until probably 37,220 or 37,250, and thereon the next target is only coming at 37,700. I don't think we'll hit 37,700 tomorrow, but probably sometime next week. And we also have the R1 and R2 targets. R1 is exactly at 37,000. R2 of CPR is at about 37,163. So if we get a good buy in this region somewhere in this green line or this pivot, I would be looking to buy. For some reason we start slipping, my view is bullish. I'll be looking to buy calls, or the futures I'll be looking to go long. For some reason, if we start slipping, okay, if we start coming down, the only trade on the downside would be if this previous day low is taken out, that is 36,500 is taken out with a nice big 15-minute candle, a red candle, then we can see lower targets. And even this trend line is there, right? If we start trading below this trend line, okay, like say in a 15-minute candle, we are below this trend line and below this CPR pivot. Yeah, maybe we can get some dip until S1 or previous day low. This black line that I put over here, the horizontal black line is the previous day low. Until the previous day low, we could get a dip. That is also a possibility. See, my view is bullish, but we never know what's going to happen in the market tomorrow, right? It can be a very bearish day also. So just in case we go on the downside, we need to have a levels mark. That's why I marked all the levels and kept. And I'll be making use of the pivots as the targets. So let's just check the option data for Banknifty. See, we have a good resistance at 37,000. Why I said we'll get a pretty good move is once we take out this high, right? Let me just show that on daily chart. Once we get a close above this, so a lot of short covering might happen. All the sellers who are sitting at 37,000 might cover their position and we might get a pretty quick up move. So we need to be careful over here, shorting at 37,000. In case we break 37,000, we could get a quick up move on the upside, or we could also face some resistance at 37,000 as we did on the previous day, right? Over here. So an entry for a long or a short right at this point, when we are at this point, is probably not my plan. I would not do anything. Say if we open right at 37,000 or in intraday move we go slowly up, we are at 37,000. I would be very careful to go long or short because we could get good amount of profit booking as it happened on this day and start slipping. There is a possibility, or if short covering comes, we could just shoot up on the upside. So it would be very difficult to determine at this point. So that's the reason I said if we get a dip towards the pivot or the support, I would look to buy. In case we don't get a dip, okay, now what if we get a gap up and start going higher? In that case, I would wait for this 37,000 to be taken out. Probably a candle would take it out, come down, retest 37,000 and then we'll start going up. On that retest, yeah, it's a good buy. But not when directly it breaks. See, always we should, always I try to catch the trade at the bottom, like at the point of reversal. The point of reversals come at the pivot, CPR pivot or S1 for the downside at R1. So always I try to catch at the point of reversal, not the moving, like the trade when it's on, when it is moving. Like, for example, I'll show that to you. See over here, it's best if you catch the bottom or this dip somewhere at the pivot level or at the bottom, not when, as and when the price is moving, right? That would be a little difficult to trade because one candle will go up, the next candle comes down. We might see PNL in a screen and get worried. So that's the reason I try to enter right at the reversal points, and those reversal points come at the pivot points, CPR pivot points most of the time. Even today previous day low is a CPR pivot point as a reference, right? We didn't break the previous day low and started moving up. See, exactly we went and hit R1 and had a sell-off. This is the last candle. I wouldn't say it's a big sell-off, but exactly we went and hit R1. We didn't go higher. So that's for Banknifty. And as we were looking at the option data, 37,000, there is some resistance and a very good support at 36,500. Any dip towards 36,500 can be bought. And this is, we have equal number of calls and put sellers. This can swing either way on the upside or the downside. If 37,000 is taken out, the next good resistance is only at 37,500. Not sure if it's going to come tomorrow, but one thing I'm sure is if 37,000 is taken out, next target of 37,250 might get hit tomorrow. If this R1 is taken out, R2 or this 37,250 might get hit tomorrow. That is what I'm betting on. And in case we start slipping, only below this CPR pivot, a 15-minute candle should close below this CPR pivot, then probably I would think of shorting until S1 or S2 or the previous day low. So that's my plan for Banknifty. Now looking at Nifty, see, Nifty today took a good support at the pivot point, started moving higher. We hit R1, got a dip, and then we came until this resistance and made a new high today as well. That is 17,245. So for tomorrow, the Nifty is also looking bullish based on the CPR, ascending CPR. Let me just put off the lines that I've drawn. See, today we can see how beautifully Nifty took support at this pivot. And how do we know if it is taking support, right? Candles like this show that it's rejecting this lower level, so it is bullish. So these are the candles that are important for intraday trading. After that, we got to move until R1. If based on CPR, if we had entered over here and exited at R1, also would have been a perfect trade. Today I did only trading in Banknifty, and I just traded for the first hour and made some good profits. Our profits are on Instagram. I posted it there. You can have a check. And I've just turned off the CPR now just to explain about this trend line as well. So again, in Nifty, like Banknifty, we have this trend line. We might take support here. In case if we slip, we will have to break this trend line comfortably. If we break this trend line and this green line that I've put at about 17,150, then we can see probably lower levels in Nifty. But I don't think Nifty is in a mood to sell off anytime soon. And on the upper side, we don't have anything else to reference apart from the CPR R1 and R2. If this level of 17,249 is taken out, right, definitely R1 is a possibility target. So since we have nothing on the upside, we have to make use of CPR, and on the downside is all these green lines that I marked can act as a good support or target in case we start slipping down. Why I'm saying Nifty can also be bullish tomorrow is because of Reliance. As we know, Nifty is Reliance is a big contributor in Nifty. Let me show you, go to a daily chart in Reliance. See, Reliance is breaking out of this trend line breakout has happened, right? If Reliance start moving even tomorrow, even higher, the first target for Reliance on the upside would be this. Say what, 2,380. So this, if Reliance start moving, it can propel Nifty even higher, as most of the even IT stocks are moving up. So based on like seeing even Reliance, I do have a view Nifty can go more higher. Let's quickly look at the open interest for Nifty. So we have a good support at 17,200. Okay, there are good amount of call sellers, but the put writing is also more. So what could happen is if we start trading above 37,200 tomorrow, these call sellers who have probably shorted 37,200 would start covering, and we could see higher levels. The next resistance is coming at 37,300, and I don't think 37,500 we will be going anywhere close to that, but we'll never know. But this is one resistance, and on the downside, the hard support is coming at 17,100. Let's see if we have these levels marked. 17,150, 17,100 is over here. Yeah, this is a good support. For some reason, if we get a dip until here, okay, and we hold this line and start moving higher, this would be a good buy over here, 17,100. So that's it for tomorrow, and this is just my personal view, and I'll be trading based on this. CPR points is what I'm sharing. So if you like this video, please do subscribe to this channel and hit a like.